Turn to your coronavirus headlines. Here's what we're tracking for you here on this Tuesday morning. Houston's positivity rate is now at 5.6%. Now that's just slightly up from last week's 5.5%, and the city says it's continuing a downward trend. Next, nationwide, more than 220,000 Americans have now died. That's out of 8.2 million cases. And Bellaire High School will be closed today. Someone who was on campus yesterday tested positive for COVID. All classes will be held online.
News of that positive test at Bellaire High School came just hours after HISD wrapped up its first day of in-person learning. That's one of the day's other big stories.
Right now, most of the district's nearly 200,000 enrolled students remain online, but about 40% signed up for in-person instruction. We were at a number of campuses yesterday as students returned. Safety protocols, including mandatory face coverings, are in effect, and the district says all but 5 of its 280 campuses have their own school nurses.
Progress on coronavirus relief as a deadline looms today. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi described negotiations with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin as productive. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell wants to vote on Republican measures this week, but they're unlikely to pass.
A retired Spring Branch ISD school teacher was hit and killed by an out-of-control SUV yesterday morning. This was in West Houston on Kimberly, just west of Beltway 8. The driver says that she blacked out and is cooperating. Investigators say there were signs of a medical emergency before the crash. They'll be checking on the driver's medical history to see if she should have been behind the wheel.
The search is on for a man accused of shooting his ex-girlfriend as she rode in her new boyfriend's truck. Julie De La Garza died yesterday, a day after the shooting along Highway 290 near Spring Cypress. Man Austin Hayes faces murder charges. About 10 wildfires burn across Colorado this morning. The Cameron Peak fire is now the largest in state history. And those are the big stories on this Tuesday morning.
All right, at 5:09, the one thing you need to know in weather over the next 5 days, warm and muggy, about a 20% chance for a shower.